All right. Um, let's have a few moments of just checking out if everyone is not everyone, if everything is working, if I'm is working, if anything is happening right now. Just to check up a little, and yeah, we'll start it in a few moments. A little bit of water. Okay, right. Uh, I hope you can hear me well, guys. At least I hope. So yeah, hello and welcome everybody. Yes, as I said in the chat that I wanted to start this series of podcast, or should I say PUGCasts, with probably important and not probably, definitely important and um, true OGs of this community. So bring a little spotlight on them. And there is no better way than start with the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Fraud 7. So I will call him just in a few moments, just in case. And I hope this is not going to be uh, crap. But unfortunately, someone is riding on a bike outside. So yeah, let's try to do this. All right, hello.
Hello, how you
Oh,
doing, man?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Yeah, first thing first, I wanted to make sure that people can hear right. So anybody in chat can confirm if you can hear Fraud, if you can
Yeah,
hear.
what's up, everyone? Volume test, mic check, 1, 2.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, hence says that audio is good. So yeah, first thing first, I want to thank you for that, for joining in because yeah, I'm actually a little nervous about the whole idea, the whole of this, and yeah, thank you for joining in and for being the part of it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. It sounds very exciting, and yeah, don't be nervous, man. It's just the community members talking with each other, right? So
Oh,
just approach it from that mindset, I would say.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, the first question I want to ask, and I wanted to make it, like the main part of the series, if it's going to be successful in this means. But uh, I just want to ask you, who is Fraud 7 before Hitman? It's like, what is this guy before all of this speedrunning and roulette rivals and all of this? Who is Fraud 7 before that?
How far back do you want me to go?
Well, it's a free form, so you can like talk.
All right, so hey everyone, I'm Frody. I'm from the Netherlands. I currently live in Germany. I've been gaming since ever since I was like what 10, 11, 12 or something like that. Um, I used to play FPS team-based games on a high competitive level, going to LANs and stuff with a game called Wolfenstein: Enemy Territory, which was a lot of fun. Then, yeah, 2016 Hitman dropped, and I haven't really looked back since and became like a very avid Hitman player and longtime fan of the series.
Wow. And by the way, I did not know that you're now in Germany. I thought you were still in Netherlands, actually.
No, I've been living here for almost 2.5 years now. Like January 2023, I moved to Germany.
Oh, that's interesting. And wow, I just want to say about the you playing FPS, even as a competitor. And this is interesting choice of game, like Wolfenstein. Why this game?
Uh, why this game? Yeah, it was well, first of all, free to play back in
Mm.
the day,
Hmm.
and yeah, just through a couple of friends, they were like, "Yo, this game is really really cool. We should try it. We can play with friends." So I tried it, and we just played public matches. you know.
Hmm.
And that was like really, really fun. And I put more and more time in it and got better at it. And then I discovered that there was also like a pro scene, a competitive scene in it. So that's when I made the switch to the professional scene. Found a team or even built a team myself, and it's like a 6 versus 6 team-based FPS game with objectives and everything. Was really really fun. The gunplay was absolutely amazing, and yes, so I've been playing that for years. Even went to 3 lands or so. Was really really cool.
Oh, but did you still play it like from time to time?
No, no. The last time I played it was like say 2015, so like pretty much like
Oh,
10 years ago or something.
oh. So, I mean, I have a chance against you if we play it right now, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. We would both be super fresh on it. I mean, with a lot of games, it's like kind of like riding a bike, right? Like as soon as you like play it for a couple of hours, most of your muscle memory returns. With most games you've played, I think it goes for like any title. I don't know if the same applies to you, but for me, that's always been the case.
Yeah, I can say that because I'm not like a competitive player at any game, even at Hitman right now, yeah. But I think I was pretty decent at Mortal Kombat 3. And
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, and I did not play for a long time, but if you give me like a gamepad, after a few fights, I can kick your ass. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, right? Like you've built up so much muscle memory over the hundreds and hundreds of hours you've playing a game. And then even if you haven't played it for like a couple of years or so, like it comes back really, really quick, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. And let's move. You already mentioned about 2016 about the Hitman. Why Hitman like strikes you? Can I will say that. Like, what's the point of interest for you? Were you familiar with the series before that, or is it
Uh
was it first game for you in the series?
no, no, no. I've played actually all the games. First time I was introduced was like Codename 47, and I was like really, really young, and I didn't have a PC back then. But a childhood friend of mine did have a PC, and he did have that game. And then, like, we would always spend time over at his place playing Hitman. And we
Oh,
both really sucked at it. It was like a really clunky, hard game. Then the second game came out, Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. And then I was fortunate enough to have like a really old PC, but good enough to run the Hitman game. So I played it myself, and yeah, I just fell in love with the game from then on. And
mm,
since then I've played all of them. So yeah, fast forward to 2016, and Hitman 2016 came out, and that immediately sparked my interest, mostly due to nostalgia, right? Because I had such a good time as a kid
mhm.
playing those games. So yeah, then Hitman 2016 came out. First time loading up Paris, and I was absolutely blown away and overwhelmed. Like it was so massive, it was so huge. I had no clue on how to even like approach this because you would see Victor coming down the stairs, right? And Dahlia is like somewhere up, and you're
Yeah.
like, I'm really thrown in the deep here. How am I ever gonna make this work? But yeah, that's the start. Much.
Yeah, what a great site actually, because yeah, I want to say that Paris is actually one of the best levels in Hitman, and to start the game with this is crazy actually. Yeah,
I fully agree with that. Like people that know me know, like Paris has always been my favorite map in the trilogy.
yeah. At least we know that. We know that at least. And yeah, speaking about Hitman 2016 and well, the whole trilogy of itself. Uh, Before I even came here in this community, I heard about you because of your speedruns. And my question is, do you consider yourself going back to speedruns, like competitive speedruns of Hitman, or just roulette?
Uh, it that's a good question. I never plan so far forward. Honestly, I'm more like go with the flow kind of guy. Like I just do what currently interests me, and
Mm.
like with types of that. Like I don't make like plans for the far future or anything, but like never say never. I might. Like it's sometime, maybe sometime at some point it suddenly grabs me again, and I'll fully go into that. Like I can't predict that honestly. That's not the type person I am.
Yeah, I consider, but yeah, that's a great approach to to do what you want to do. So yeah, that's a great approach. I like that. The other question about the Hitman I want to ask you about, let's go closer to this community, like which you
Yeah.
created with hands and Adore, I want to say. You're like three, how I say that, founding fathers and mothers, something like that. Uh, so, can you tell us your opinion on how this community evolved from this very beginning, from the very start, and to this day? Like, what's the biggest, you know, difference between then and now?
I mean, first of all, like how large is has gotten and how many engaged community members we have, right? Like I never could have pictured it honestly, because like initially how it all started, it was I still remember it was the summer of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Am I saying that correctly? Yeah, summer of 2018. And Hitman was like, oh no, sorry, 2019. Sorry, because Hitman 2 launched in 2018, right? So yeah, the summer of 2019, and it was pretty much, yeah, Hitman 2 felt a little dried out. Like there was barely any content anymore. People were just bored of the game, including myself, because there was like nothing new at that point. And so I was just like talking with some buddies, and I was like, yeah, I kind of want to host a speedrun competition because I was still heavily into speedrunning then, but I'm not really sure how to go about it. And then a good friend Hans McGee, aka Mullet Pride, he was like, "That sounds like an awesome idea. I can help you set up a server for it as well." So I was like, that is absolutely amazing." So he created the server, and we started out with a speedrun competition where three contracts, I believe, and the best combined time would win it. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, very shortly after we had, I don't know, like 50 people joining or something, and they really, really enjoyed that speedrun competition. So me and Moletto were like, yo, this is actually kind of hype. People seem to really love it. Shall we continue with this? And very shortly, we were like, yeah, let's do another one. So then Speedrun Competition 2 entered. Then we also had the idea Ghost Mode tournaments. Rest in peace, by the way. Sadly, we don't have those anymore on the official service. But so then we had speedrun competitions. We had Ghost Mode tournaments. And then fast forward to half a year later, a little half a year later, I always had this idea about roulette.
Mm.
So this is a long story. Sorry,
No, it's
sorry
okay. I-
for yapping. So basically, to go back to roulette, right? What the majority of the server is about right now. So
Mhm.
it all started with Gotti. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but that like big Hitman legend. Like he's played and speedrun the entire series. Like absolutely amazing player.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Sorry to
yeah, right.
interrupt, but yeah, I heard about him a lot and I heard about his roulette. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely amazing person. But yeah,
Hmm.
he created like this small little tool which he called roulette, where people could play the main missions and then you could get like a random kill method and a random disguise. Back then, he also included like a forced starting location and a forced exit, right? Just to like
Hmm.
give something to the people to play it in a different way. And that was back in 2017 already or something that he created it. And then, yeah, like a year later, a very good friend of mine, Mandy, who you probably also know, most of the people know,
Yes, yes, yes.
and and we had the idea like, yo, let's use that roulette thing and let's like play against each other for fun and see how that goes, right? And that was
Mhm.
like back in 2018 or something that we did, and we had like a lot of fun with that. But that was like a one-time thing only, and then it kind of like died down again through whatever reason, right?
Mhm.
And okay, fast forward to beginning of 2020 or end of 2019, and we were like at that point, okay, we have ghost mode tournaments, we have speedrun competition. Is there anything else? And then I remembered that, and I was like, yo, guys, we can turn this into a tournament, 1 versus 1. And basically, that's how Roulette Rifles 1, the first tournament, was born. And now we're currently the signups are open for edition number 17, excluding the World Championship. So that's absolutely crazy to me, like how it took off.
Yeah, that's actually a crazy story of how this is all started. And before anything else, I have actually a few questions from the viewers, especially PGero. He asked you two questions particularly. Will you get freelancer Reiki?
If I get very, very lucky. Like freelancer speedruns are like, I'd say 70-80% just pure RNG. Like which targets are you getting? How many targets? Where are they? So you just have to get lucky throughout 4 campaigns, basically, to get a recce like that. That's just it's just pure RNG.
Yeah, I will agree. And the second question from PG, actually a little bit salty, uh, but he asking, when are you getting to RR final again?
When I stop being washed and actually put in a lot of practice in again, dusting off, actually taking it super serious, and then also a portion of luck, of course, like form of the day and everything. But yeah, everything needs to align, and I definitely need to put the time into to de-rust and stop being washed.
So, can we see that at this tournament at RR17?
I have started low-key, like passively practicing by playing Trilogy Roulette since last week. I do intend to come fully prepared for this tournament. How well I will perform and how much I will de-rust, we will have to see. But I'm motivated at least, and my goal is definitely to reach as high as possible. So we will see.
Yeah, we'll see. Just in a few times, not a few times, in a few days. Yeah, because the Swiss stage is going to start at 30th of May, I want to say. So yeah, we will see. We will see. And let's
Yes.
speak about the game itself a little bit more. I have this question prepared for you. What do you think is the most broken or most unbalanced thing in the Hitman in this game particular?
Are we talking items or weapons or
Ju
what?
just like mechanics or like NPC behavior, just overall the most broken thing in the game.
Uh, the most broken thing. Well, there are a few. One of the most ridiculous things, actually, that still exists and has existed for a long time is just like the triple shot, the body shot panic. How that
Mm,
any correlation to that also VIP behavior. Like it, if you would take someone who is not familiar with the Hitman series at all, right, and you show him that, they're all gonna be like, "What the hell is just happening? And what are those guards doing? And why are they not shooting you?" Like
yeah,
from a completely novice perspective, it doesn't make any sense, right? Because we
hmm
can also talk about like other mechanics, like particle boosting or whatever. But people can understand that. Okay, he does this. He uses these particles to boost himself through a floor, whatever. That's not unheard of, right?
yeah.
Like also in other games. But like the whole panic and guard AI behavior is like so ridiculous, especially from yeah, again, from a novice perspective. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I would agree because the first time I saw a speedrun, just even like particular speedrun of the Hitman, the whole trilogy, and I saw the people doing like body shots and distraction shots and all of this, and like, what the heck? I spent like 1 hour to beat in Bangkok casually, and the guy just went and do this in like in 12, 15 seconds. Like, what the heck is that? Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like I feel like distraction shots are still in like okay, that makes sense, right? Like you can make sense of that. Like even particle boosting, even though it's not like intended. like it's still like you can understand the logic behind it, right? You just get pushed out of bounds or just up in the air, you know. But like
Mm-hmm.
how God AI works, and also just regular NPC AI with the panic and anything, that's just it doesn't make any sense. Like that shouldn't be a thing, but it is, and everyone takes advantage of it, including me.
Yeah, exactly. And let's see what I have actually prepared for you also. Yeah, about the community. Next question. Uh, who are the players, or maybe just not the players, but like um, let's say it this way. Which people inspire you the most in this community? Like it might be a players, it might be just a guy who said something great to you one time, like or maybe that is the player that you saw the run, they run, and you like, wow, I want to do this also. So what's your inspiration in this server?
Uh, yeah, for me, like I've been seriously like speedrunning this game at since 2016, and we had like a very small select group playing Futured Contracts and speedrunning with each other. We're talking about people like CJ, Gotti, Mendy, Hedge, just a couple, and like we were just like a close group that discussed threats and everything, and like together we just created approaches and speedruns from there, and then it just took off from there. Honestly, what like laid the groundwork, and then later, like especially when it started with Muffin Boost, but later like Particle Boost and everything got discovered, and then stuff got really crazy, and I love watching the. I'm gonna call them quote unquote new gen speedrunners. It's actually insane what they all pull off. It's a beauty. It's a beautiful thing to behold, honestly.
Yeah. Speaking about speedrunners, did you know the speedrunner called Mr. Kakos, the Russian guy who playing like Hitman, Silent Assassin, suit only default loadout on Master.
The name doesn't ring a bell, but maybe if I see a video, I will recognize it.
Oh, okay. Maybe next time I will show you his videos. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, he is current. I want to say current world record holder for this category. But once again, that's a niche category in the niche game. So yeah, that's probably.
Yeah,
But like actually, Hitman is a niche game. I want to say
it is.
it's not like for the masses actually, but yeah,
No, not at all. Not at all.
not at all. Yeah, exactly. And just some little bit more personal question this time. What do you enjoy most uh, apart from gaming, apart from playing Hitman or Apex Legends? So what do you like to do the most?
I mean, first and foremost is just spending time with my wife is just the best time ever. Like no matter what we do, honestly. Other than that, I like sports. I still vividly follow football. I work out myself. I enjoy playing football. I like going for long walks again with my wife, like through a park or whatever. I really love going on holidays, seeing stuff around the world. Uh, I love the social gatherings, like just going out for a party to a bar, wine bar, whatever, and just have
Mm,
a great time with friends. And yeah,
yeah. Well, I mean, about the wife, this is actually a great answer, but a little cheesy one because obviously you will say that the time with your wife is the best time. So actually, but yeah, this is like I would agree with you. I don't have a wife yet, but I would assume it's
it will come.
yeah, that I would assume that was a great time to spend. And actually, Fly for You got a question for you. What can we do to make Hitman speedruns to be associated with roulette and not being, I want to say, boring classic trilogy speedruns? So,
I mean, like that's already been like, or at least trying to get traction through Moo and other players. Like trilogy roulette would be the closest what you get, right? Like that's combining roulette with the standard old school speedruns. It's heavily RNG, of course, because like which spins you get, but that's the closest combination you would get through getting speedruns be associated with roulette.
Yeah. Uh, Actually, I have just a few questions left, and I will ask you this one. What you can say that what is your proudest achievement as a gamer, especially a Hitman speedrunner and roulette player? What is your proudest achievement?
I mean, what I've always been really proud of, I did the same with Hitman 2, but with like Hitman 3, like getting a full game run within like the first week of release, and then a full trilogy run 2 weeks after, like being the first person to do that. And then also getting that run featured on IGN, that was like completely mind blowing to me. That was absolutely amazing. I'm still proud of my roulette titles, of course, but in terms of roulette, more so just the fact that like how big it has become. Because I never imagined that when I first like came up with the idea to hold a tournament with roulette. It's absolutely crazy, and that's like in all that, and just like the whole community is just like the biggest achievement, honestly.
Yeah, and you mentioned IGN because I remember I saw that like the Hitman developers watching like the crazy speedrun, and I remember that because yeah, that was your videos, your speedruns of this. So yeah, that was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
And actually, I remembered, I don't know why, but I remembered there's like a showcase of roulette, even like probably roulette trilogy played by Yanini, but commented by you on one of the speedrunners conventions. I also remember that.
No, it was like that was also really awesome. It was the other way around. It was with freelancer, where I was playing a freelancer campaign on normal difficulty. It was for Summer Games Done Quick, and then Yanini provided awesome commentary for it as well, which was really dope. But Yanini itself also played Summer Games Done Quick the previous year, I believe, in which he played the main missions trilogy run. So like we were both on Games Done Quick. He did just the normal trilogy, and a year later I did Freelancer, and he was the commentator then. I was commentating on his run during that. Yeah, that was really really awesome as well.
Yeah. And second to last question, actually, what is your proudest achievement as a human being?
Getting married.
Damn it! I knew that, I
Yeah,
knew.
that's quite an easy question.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, when I wrote this, I knew that you were gonna, yeah, say that your wife, but you know, there was a hope that that will not be the answer. But once again, I can get that. That's reasonable, and of
Yeah, but
course,
like in the end, when it really comes down to it, like happiness like that comes before anything else. You know, like everything else is just like I don't want to say meaningless, but like almost meaningless compared to what you have then. Does that make sense?
yeah, and
Like
that,
all your personal achievements, cool, you know, but
yeah.
like finding the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, you know, and you have to be very lucky to find such a person already as well, and then actually getting married, that's just like nothing compares honestly.
Yeah, exactly. And before I go to the last question, Hans McGee is saying in the chat that wait until you get married the second time, Fraud. So
Yeah, I know, right? I know,
may,
right?
maybe some wisdom and expertise from Hans McGee there, but who knows?
Yeah, he's a very wise man.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. And the last question is kind of like I want to say a pretty serious one, but let's see if you will feel that. But anyway, uh, at some point of your, let's say, speedrunning career,
Yeah.
Did you thought about stepping out of this, like out of the roulette, out of playing Hitman, just chilling, just playing, I don't know, Apex Legends just for fun? Or do you think that you still have a fuel in your tank and you will go for like 25 more years?
yeah, yeah, that's a good question, honestly. Like again, I go back to earlier in the interview, right? Like I'm not a planning guy. I'm not really a guy with like long-term plans in terms of gaming, whatever. All I can say is, as of right now, I'm still really enjoying Hitman and the tournament. So for the foreseeable future, I'll still be there. But yeah, who knows what's happening in 5 or 10 years? Like, who knows, like what the James Bond game, for example, is gonna do whenever it gets released in a couple of years, right? Because I imagine
Ooh.
that also a lot of people from the Hitman community will also like dip their toes into to that new game. Maybe there's like community tournaments created around that. But other than that, like all I can say is like I'm really proud of what we've all built up together, and I'm still having a lot of fun with it. Of course, like some months you're less motivated than other months, but I think that's normal, especially when you're thinking like we're going into the fifth year already, or we had 5 years of uh,
Mm.
of roulette and hitman tournaments, right? We're going into the 6 years. So of course, like motivation isn't always equally high throughout those years, but most of all, I'm just super proud of what we built up, and I'm currently very motivated again for the upcoming tournament. And yeah, again for the foreseeable future, I'll be here. I'll still be here. What happens in 5 or 10 years from now, I have absolutely no idea.
Well, that's a great approach and that's a great answer. And that was a great talk actually. And uh, before anything went down, I want to ask if viewers have any questions for Mr. Frodes before we go, because I have actually two quick questions for you because I forgot to mention that or asking that
Yeah, fair enough. I also have a few questions for you since it's just like
conversation.
a,
Yeah,
a general conversations, right?
yeah. You well then you go first. Strike it.
All right. First of all, have you signed up yet for RR17?
Yes, I
And if
did.
not, why not?
Yes, I
Good
did.
boy.
Yes, I
Good
did.
boy. Very good. What are your personal expectations, or did you set any goals for yourself for upcoming tournament?
Uh, so, Red Rival 16 was my first, and I was like complete rookie, complete newbie. I didn't know a lot of this, so I did not really set any expectations. And I'm just, let's see if that clicks with me. Let's see if I will enjoy that. And unfortunately, I was completely like trashed by almost anybody in this tournament, but I really enjoyed that. And I signed up for this one for R17. I still don't have any like, you know, I did not set any bars for myself. I'm just having fun at this time, at this period of my Hitman playthrough, I want to say. But who knows, maybe for RRWC, I will be more competitive and I will be more hunger for the glory. And maybe I will go to the knockout stage, who knows? But right now I'm just, I am happy and I'm glad and I'm privileged to be in this.
Yeah, but I mean that's a great way to approach it, right? It's just a great approach to tournaments in itself. I mean, I think with all of those things, like first and foremost, it has to start with some form of enjoyment, right?
Yeah.
Else you can't like dive into it. But yeah, like especially roulette, like it takes there's so much to learn, right? And
Hmm.
even years deep into it, still new strats are being found, new approaches are being found. Like it's absolutely insane, and there's just so much map knowledge you have to obtain and target knowledge. Also, shout out Hipmaps, which is a great resource for learning items on the map. Right, like without that, it would have been taken so much longer for people to get good at roulette. I would say.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, shout out to Roulette Resources because they're useful with
That
their
as well.
video. Yeah, because the video, visual presentation, it's sometimes it's very crucial for the things to do in roulette.
Yeah, but like absolutely, absolutely. Just shout out to everyone involved in the community, right? Like
Yeah.
just like absolutely everyone, and that also goes to the players and the viewers themselves because that's what it all starts with, right? Like if there's no players, then there's no roulette. It's as easy as that. So it's
Yeah.
absolutely it's amazing to see.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, the two quick questions I want to ask it. I would assume your favorite football club is from Netherlands, probably Ajax, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
All right. What's your second best club?
I don't have one.
Oh, all right, all right, all right. And what's your
No, no,
favorite?
no.
Okay, okay.
That's a good question though. Like, yeah, no. Like, I only just have one team, and then like from other countries, it more depends on who's playing there currently. Like, let me give you an example. Like, back in the day, like Dennis Bergkamp, like an absolute Dutch legend. I'm sure you've heard of him,
Oh,
like the
yes, yes.
Iceman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, absolutely insane player, and also Henry and whatever. So at that moment, I was a fan of Arsenal just due to the players, right? But that shifts over time. Like it really depends on who's playing where. Where I'm like, oh yeah, I like watching that club or that club due to this and this player. But in the end, there's only one club I truly care about and support, if that makes sense.
That make a lot of sense actually. And I can see that yeah, you're like more rooting for the players in the different leagues and different teams. So yeah, I can see that as well, actually. And uh, before I ask you last question, Pijero asked me if I support PSV. No, I do not support PSV. Don't bring me on the fire or something like that. So, uh, yeah, the last question, the quick question. What is your favorite beer?
My favorite beer. Oh, that is a good question. Actually, my favorite beer are Belgian beers, which I don't exactly know the name from, but in my opinion, like the beers that I had from Belgium while I was there, they were absolutely top notch. Where I'm living in now, Germany, also very famous for the beer. They have some really great beers as well. But I always tell the Germans, you guys have great beers. Belgians they have the best beer, and 9 out of 10 Germans actually agree with me on that. So there's something, right? If we're talking about Dutch beer, my personal favorite is Hertog Jan.
Oh.
I'm guessing you probably don't know, but Pijero will definitely know.
But after you said that you like the Belgian beers, I started to love you even more because I would agree with you for 1000%. I love Belgian wheat beer or like Blanche, like white beer. This is my favorite things to drink, so I like Belgian beer as well.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. I can anyone in chat that is a beer enthusiast that like beer, like try good Belgian beers. And
Yeah.
often it's like the smaller ones from like local places, you know, like that are the best ones. And again, like I've tried those, and I can't remember the name by the life of me. I might also gotten a little bit too drunk, you know, because they were so good. But like those just were the best beers, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So, with that all being said, I wanted to thank you once again for joining in, for taking a part of it. This is such an honor, a privilege for me to do this with you, to start this with you. I hope this is not will end after first episode because I have a lot of plans for it. I had a few names that I wanna actually speak to in that format. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining in. You always was, you always is, and you always will be my favorite viewers. And once again, thank you to the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Fraud 7.
Thank you very much for having me, and also like it's great to see just like new faces who are just like super motivated to contribute to the community, right? Like for example, like you and your casting in previous tournament. It's a thing of beauty to see. Like every tournament, we still see new faces joining and absolutely loving the community, loving the format of roulette, and wanting to yeah add their own 2 cents or just do something for the community. And that's what's keeping it alive, honestly. And that's just a beautiful thing to see. And yeah, it's RR17. Signups are open right now. If you haven't signed up yet, go sign up. It's absolutely amazing. But yeah, number 17 already, RR. We've had 5 world championships as well. So that's this is gonna be tournament 21. Can I do maths? Can I make Hans McGee proud? I think that's correct. Which is absolutely insane. And to see where it all started with just like my idea to put it into a tournament form, then like that Mr. Partnering with Mr. Mike, including him with hit maps, which just like was a huge buff in quality for everyone, right? And then to see what it turned out now with like so many people contributing, like the whole list of shoutcasters, the whole list of roulette admins, hit maps, of course, the people working on the stats, spreadsheets, all the admins. It's just absolutely amazing to see how passionate everyone is and what it has become. And this really became like a household name within our community, the roulette. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
awesome to see. Honestly, I'm yeah, I'm super proud of that.
yeah, and it is my pleasure to be a part of it and to be useful. I want to put it this way, to be useful in this community. So, yeah, and once again, thank you, chat, thank you, everybody, and I hope I see you in the next time with yet another guest. I don't want to jinx it yet, who I wanted to do the second part of podcast is, but it going to be huge as well. So
So many great names to choose from, right?
exactly, like, and few of them already was mentioned today,
I can
like
imagine. Yeah.
yeah, like Hans, like Mandy, like Cody, like I don't know. There's a lot of guys that I want to talk in this forum, but yeah, 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 and
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, once again, thank you everybody. See you soon and goodbye.
See you guys later. Ciao, ciao.